Welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood of the scruffy-looking Nerf herders. Today, I'm reading Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron number 13, The Warrior Princess, Chapter 1. I don't know. They just popped out of nowhere. No time to worry about that now, Dolor. Attack pattern Gamma on Mark 1. On my mark. Now! All right, Rogue Squadron, you know the drill. Shake 'em and bake 'em. Hobby Cleven. Copy that, Rogue Leader. Lieutenant Wes Jansen. Nothing on my scanners, and then copy that, boss. Delur Neep. Affirmative, Rogue Leader. Blast them. Plural Elo. Wahoo! Watch it, Dor. You've got a squint on your tail. I know. I can't shake him. He's all over me. My R2 unit's hit. Stabilizer's buckling. Scissors right, Dor. I'll get him off you. Scissors right, Dor. Scissors right. Dor. Ah! You see that, Hobby? They got Delur. I saw it. Nothing we can do about it now. Jansen, break off. Get out of there. Jansen, do you copy? Break off. You have two eyes on you. Time for some payback, Hobby. This one's for... God! Wes! Rogue Leader, I've lost my rear deflector. I'm hit. I'm on my way, Plor. Hang on. I have you now, Rogue Leader. What? Yahoo! You're clear, Rogue Leader. Thanks for the save. Hey. Is that you, Tycho? Copy that, Rogue Leader. That's one you owe me. And as for you, Plor, you buy the first round at the cantina. You got it. Heads up, people. I got a bright coming in fast, pointing at 210. Bring him on. No sweat, Rogue Leader. He's on me tight. I'm going to take out that bright. Plur, wait! Plur! Well, it looks like it's just you and me, my imp friend. Make your move, hotshot. Oh, I'd love to, but then we'd be here all day. Besides, no Alliance diplomat is going to take simming as an acceptable excuse for being late. You're probably right, but I don't think it would take me all that long to wax your tail, Tycho. Ha! You and your whole imp fighter corps. We'll do this again. I'll catch you outside, Wedge. Time for some payback? I think you've been watching too much holofiction. That kind of stunt can get you vaped. And it did. Yeah, I know, Dor. Yeah, who rigged the simulator seats with an electrical charge anyway? That was some zap. I felt the sensation to be exhilarating. It's just when I heard you scream, simulator or no, you sounded like you were really hurt. Now, I know what made you do that. I've got an idea. Yeah, you would, Nurin.
Well, it was me. Acting on Wedge's orders, of course.
You? Ha! I knew it!
You see, Wedge believed the simulator lacked the proper amount of realism for such a battle-hardened veterans as yourselves. We felt that a bit of extra simulation was required to bring about the proper response. And I concurred. I felt the outburst by Lieutenant Jansen was a textbook case of what the psyche techs call battle fever. It was quite interesting.
Quite interesting, she says. Just how much juice did you use in those charges anyway?
Each charge was based on the pilot's individual combat stress response. I just hooked the charge to the bio-output motivator.
You know, you had me cold right before Tycho came in. I couldn't shake you. And after the way you took out Jansen, I guess I got a little carried away. No, not at all. That's what combat simulations are for. I was just wondering if you had some background with the eyeball. Yeah, a little. I was a member of the Cominor militia. They use the eyeball exclusively for training, in preparation for entrance into the Imperial Naval Academy. But I never attended the academy. I hate the Empire. Hey, don't worry about it. I went to the academy, so did Tycho. The imps trained some of our best pilots. You're an asset to the team. You know tricks that the imps teach their pilots, and that will only help the squad. I guess you're right. It's been a long time, Ibtisam. The last time I saw you was on Home 1, just before Endor.
Plor, it is pleasing to see you again. I volunteered for B-Wing training in preparation for Endor. Caught myself a nice little ship, too. I had her souped up far beyond her specs.
I know what you mean. So what happened to her?
We ran into a little trouble during the second wave over Endor.
That's damned shame.
Indeed.
Rogue Squadron, listen up. That was some nice flying, people, even if a little foolhardy. But we're going to need more sim work to get tuned to each other. Wedge and I have some business to take care of, so why don't you guys get better acquainted by going over some dogfight scenarios? Over a few mugs of the juice. Whatever it takes to sharpen your skills and deaden the pain in your backside, Delur. Here they are now, Grand Duke. Captain Wedge Antilles, may I present the Grand Duke Gror Pernon? My honor, sir. May I present one of my officers, Lieutenant Tycho Kelchu? My lord. This is Poe, the Grand Duke's protocol droid. Well, shall we begin, gentlemen? Grand Duke.
Gentlemen, my world, Eiattu, is dying. The cancer is eating away at its very heart. Our people are killing each other. We need to be made whole. My world is a troubled one. It has always been thus. Years ago, with the fall of the old republic, my brother, Emperor Antbian Plur III, bartered away our pride and our honor to keep the throne, and the Imperials from our world. This was the beginning of the end for us. After my brother's death, his only son, Uthor Ferelkarth, ascended to the throne. He fared no better. The Empire continued to press its heels into our necks. 5 years under his impotent rule, and the Empire dispatched the Grand Moff Tharil Tavira and a garrison of stormtroopers to take control.
And that was when the nobles rebelled.
Yes, the revolution. A proud people that could no longer watch its own death. The nobles overthrew the royal family, exiling them to a remote area of the planet. And then, calamity. A small faction of nobles took it upon themselves to sever the royal bloodline. They herded them like cattle and slaughtered the royal family. My nephew and his children, all dead. Or so we thought. Imperial investigators confirmed the deaths, identifying all the bodies, save that of the youngest princess and the prince. When we heard this, we thought it a cruel trick played by the Imperials. That is until last month, when Prince Harandatha returned.
What?
Yes, it's true. The prince has returned to bring about a new government to Eiattu. The nobles, now known as the Preamsta, fought the Imperials as well as the prince and his misguided People's Liberation Battalion.
What is it you want from us, Lord Duke? I'm sure the Alliance can help you with peaceful negotiations, but
we have received a coded message from Merlst, sent by one of our citizens living there. The message states that the princess is alive and on this world. We've made inquiries through the Alliance network and have identified the lost princess.
Your mission, Captain Antilles, is to escort the princess back to Eiattu.
With the return of the princess, perhaps the bickering between the prisms and the can be put to an end.
The Alliance and the Grand Duke have come to an understanding on this matter. The Alliance would benefit greatly with Eiattu united. All we ask of you and your team is to help bring it about. We serve the Alliance, but why us? Surely Alliance negotiators would be better suited to this. Poe will be your diplomatic liaison to the people of Eiattu.
I am your humble servant.
This seems to be a straight mission. Where can we find the princess?
Not to worry. She is close by. 9A9, if you please. In fact, you already met.
Sith spawn! I never have guessed. Nor I. If you'll follow me, gentlemen. She has a point, Nirin. The X-Wing is a dated ship.
Damn right I have a point. The X-Wing is obsolete. The B-Wing is the future of space combat.
I'll not hear any more of these foul slanders against a gallant ship that has distinguished itself in battle after battle. Or have you forgotten that it was an X-Wing that destroyed the first Death Star single-handed? Obsolete indeed.
Oh, don't be so melodramatic. Sure, an X-Wing destroyed the Death Star, but that X-Wing had a great pilot at the controls, with the Force as his co-pilot. And if the X-Wing didn't have the blind spot at the rear of its belly, our own captain might have taken out the Death Star. The B-Wing has no blind spot.
Wow, look at him go at it. Yeah, they're either going to kill each other or take the Union vow.
Ridiculous! Utter nonsense! The X-Wing indeed! Silly-looking thing! Oh, the B-Wing's as old as my Nox droppings, and just a little more useful.
I give it a week before... Excuse me, Felice. What are you doing here?
Princess, explore Dakartha, Estilo. Your presence strengthens an old man's heart.
I can fix that. Come to finish what you started years ago, you murdering bastard? Captain Antilles, stop her! Hey, Plor, calm down!
No, my dear princess.
All right, everybody, settle down. Nirin, Ibtisam, help the Duke up to his feet.
You do not understand, my princess.
I understand that you killed my family. He what? Stand down, Plural. That's an order.
Please, princess.
Stop calling me that. Isplor de Cartha, I did not raise you to speak so. Ninety? This man is your grand uncle. You are of the same royal blood. You are to treat him as such. Nini? Is that really you?
Princess?
Yes, child, it is really me. Oh, Nini, it is you. It is you. Look at you, and after all the time I spent combing and braiding your hair, this will take time to grow back. Princess?
Explore what?
Ninety? Plur had a nanny? It's a long story. Another crack out of you, Dulur, and I'll tie your ears in a knot, strap to my X-Wing, and fly you through an asteroid field. Got that? Now, Princess, that's enough of that kind of talk. I don't understand, Plural. Why did you attack the Grand Duke?
Your Majesty, please.
Wedge, you and Loka Hask had history, right? Well, the Duke and I had the same history. He killed my family.
No, I tried to stop them.
I bet he told you the fairy tale of the royal family spirited away only to be given a quick and painless death, all for the good of the state. Well, it didn't happen that way at all. They took us one by one. They did things to my father and sisters, unspeakable things. I was able to escape by crawling through a waste vent. When I reached the outside, I ran. I ran and never looked back. I can still hear the screams of my sisters, Cassin and Dulor. Plural, your brother, he's alive. What? Heron? Alive? That's impossible.
Yes, Explore. Your brother is alive. He leads a foolish band of upstarts calling themselves the People's Liberation Battalion. We need you to come back with us. He will listen to you. Explore. Your brother needs you. Your people need you.
Heron? Alive? 90. Is it true? Yes, my princess. Your brother needs you. Your people need someone to unite them, to make them whole. All right, I'll come with you. For my father and my sisters, I'll end this bickering between the Priamsta and my brother. And if the Priamsta won't listen, I'll break them in two. Eiattu. The business of life goes on here. Most of the life forms that inhabit this small planet care nothing about empires, alliances, or war. Yet, for the ones that do, tonight is a night that has taken too many years to arrive. Tonight, their princess has returned, and she has brought a gift for her people. A gift that is taken from them a long time ago. A gift for them to plant inside their hearts and treasure like gold. She has brought with her hope. Sure beats day rations, eh, Wedge? I am obliged to point out that it is normally customary to eat canali wafers one at a time, Lieutenant Kelchu. Oh, you'll have to forgive me. I can't get over having real food around.
Forgiveness is not in my programming, sir.
I can't get over the idea of Plor. I mean, is Plor de Cartha being a princess? Indeed. How does someone raised surrounded by such opulence become such a fierce pilot? You'd think she'd be just another spoiled... You obviously haven't been listening to your squadron leader's combat tales, Tycho. If you had, you'd know that Princess have fought for the Alliance long before either one of us. Wow, Plor, you look tremendous. Thanks, but don't let this outfit fool you. I can still vape you out of my eye, out of the air with my eyes closed. All that aside, I'm glad to see you enjoying your local cuisine. Of all the things I missed most about my homeworld, it might be our palace chef droids. Well, I see now that there's a lot that you'd miss about this place. If we had a chance, I'd like to bag one of those Thuvasaurs I saw wandering around when I landed. Of course, but I think you'll find that Eiattu has a lot more to offer than Saurian hunting. But let's not forget why we're here. This is a beautiful world, gentlemen. And I will not allow the Empire's presence to infect it any longer. Spoken like a true princess. A princess that can pull the ears off a Gundark. Presenting the Princess Isplore de Cartha, Empress Apparent, heir to the royal house. Long may she reign. Long may she reign! So tell me, which life do you prefer, Princess, or pilot? Difficult question. I was born one, but made myself into the other. I've spent so much of my life fighting, I can hardly remember what this life is like. It would be too much to hope you would remember me, Isplore de Cartha. Why, no, I'm afraid I don't. You are? Count Rial Pernon. Rial? Yes, I do recall, if you'll excuse me. She is more beautiful, is she not? Even more beautiful than I remember. She certainly is. I'm Wedge Antilles. Privileged to meet you. How do you know the princess? I'm her commanding officer. How do you know her? I am her second cousin. We grew up together. I do admit I am a little disappointed in her reaction. You would think she would be happier to see her future husband. Thank you all for tuning in. We invite you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell to get notified about our next video. Until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf herders, may the Force be with you.